Let's say you got hurt. It's a burn in your hand, one that's deep and wounding. Now, it's common sense and everything below that to not repeat the same set of actions in which you got hurt in. This is what most people would call learning from your mistakes. And you probably heard that a million times, along with a lot of other quotes like never give up or failure is the first step to success. And while I do believe that they are true and are important and famous for a reason, I think that there is a special essence that is not as talked about as these topics. Hello everyone, I'm Joshnasree P from Veramar Global School and I'm here to tell you my perspective on Forged in Pain, the identity that we build from regret. So starting from the top, what is regret? The textbook or the Google definition for regret is that it's a sense of disappointment that you get when what you expect and what happens does not match. Like you might have wanted to do something, but in the end you couldn't or it just didn't happen. Or you might have wanted to not do something and in the end you ended up doing it anyway. But since I'm the one talking, I would like to share my perspective and my definition of what I think regret is. So in a more poetic way, regret is like a shadow that follows you in the darkest of nights and the brightest of days. Regret has shaped the human races from survival all the way to social bonding. Okay, let's look at a different subtopic. The paradox of pain. It hurts, but without it, you might never even feel pain. To put that into perspective, let's imagine a world, a different one. But you have everything the same, you exist the same, all your friends, peers, family, all your goals and ambitions, everything is the same, except you don't have the emotion and the feeling of regret. How would that make you feel? Would that make you feel emptier or freer? Because regret, just like any other emotion and feeling of yours, is shaped by who you are and your experiences. Okay, experiences in today's world is mostly shaped by social media. And it is not a positive influence because you might hear this over and over and over again in random topics and random conversations that social media is a negative influence for you. However, it is time and at its core, we have to realize that it is the truth. Social media, no matter what videos it is or what reels you're watching, at the end of the day, it only portrays the perfectly painted image. Even if it says behind the scenes or the true day in my life, etc., whatever it is, at the end of the day, as a viewer, objectively, you can see that you and I, when we are feeling something, we let the emotions soak in. Whereas those people who are posting those, they have a camera that's recording, and at the end of the day, when you're watching it, it has subtitles, probably edits and cuts. It only portrays what is the best version. And that is the farthest away from reality. Because reality is in who you are, who you used to be, who you want to be, and in who you choose not to be deliberately. Okay, why is this important? Because when you look at social media and when you look at other people, you try to imitate them and they unknowingly influence you to fit into the molds that society has already set. When that happens, regret really doesn't matter. Because regret only matters when it is the real you. Okay, let's look at a different part. Mistakes versus regret. Most people confuse both to be the same. However, even though there is only little difference, it is substantial. Mistake is an action. It ends the moment that the action gets over. But regret is the emotional gravity behind the action. It tells you exactly why that action matters. I'm talking here, I can make mistakes, I can stutter, I can do things that are not supposed to be done, and I can walk out of here feeling like whatever it is, it just happened, that's okay. Or I can walk out of here with a heart full of regret. That tells me that next time when I get an opportunity similar to this, it is really important and I have to use it in a different way. This is why regret is important in our day-to-day lives. The message that I want to tell you is that regret is a forge, not the fire. It shapes you. It does not burn you in overthinking or other amounts of stress. In the end of the day, regret tells you why something matters, and self-forgiveness lets you know and reassures you that it's okay to go wrong once in a while. And it's okay to dream bigger than the universe, stand taller than the skies, and love like a poison with no cure. Thank you.